Now here is how I want to travel to the quilt show in a quilt car. Hi there, I'm Bonnie McCaffery and I'm here again, and I'm glad you've joined me because I'm here at the International Quilt Festival in Houston, which is absolutely wonderful. The quilts, they are gorgeous. You're really going to enjoy them. So come on with me and we'll take a look around. Sue McCarty, your quilt is stunning.
Thank you.
Could you tell me the story about the quilt?
The quilt was inspired by a little trip that my husband and I took to a Japanese garden in Tacoma, Washington, and from there I wanted to tell the story of marriage, ours in particular, but for anybody who is right-brained married to a left-brained person, and finding harmony within marriage, which can be a little bit of a challenge.
Yeah.
So everything is symbolic on the quilt in one way or another. Well, for example, the dragon loves art, so she holds paintbrushes. She also holds the key to his heart. And he, being left-brained, likes to count numbers, so he has an abacus. The whole circle represents the wedding band, and then harmony within. You have a life together, but you also have room for individuality. That's why we have the two smaller
Excellent.
Temples.
Beautiful. Congratulations.
Thank you so much.
Sheila, your quilt is beautiful. Now, what's the name of the quilt?
A View from Above.
And what is it, a view from above of what?
Well, that wasn't my initial plan when making the quilt.
Okay.
But I usually let other people name my quilts just because, you know, as it's in progress. Many people said this looked like the view when you're looking out of the plane in, the Midwest. But I hadn't seen that, and that wasn't my intention. It's my love of nature, my garden, and the tranquility that I wanted to create, gradation, of the sun at the top of the forest, coming down light to dark, and just water and all the hidden enchanted elements that would be in an enchanted woods or forest or garden or anything like that. But everybody said it looked like that, so I was coming back from Nancy Crow's in May. I had this quilt with me, and then I happened to look out the window.
And there it was.
And there it was. And so I was like, that's what this quilt is, definitely a view from above. So that's where the name came from.
Beautiful. Here's Susan Stewart, who has this spectacular award-winning quilt. Tell me about your quilt.
Thank you. Well, it is pieced diamonds. It's sort of a take on a broken star. Sorry. And I've kind of made an exploded broken star. I put strips in between the star points because I wanted to fit the machine embroidery on it. The size of everything is all dependent on the machine embroidery. Can we see it? This design was the starting point, and I made the size of everything fit that machine embroidery design. Metallic circles are decorative stitching from the machine, not machine embroidery.
Right.
The lace border is made from little triangles like this. They're machine embroidery on water-soluble stabilizers called freestanding lace, which I love. And there are a lot of them on the border.
Yeah, there's a lot.
They're stitched separately and attached after the border is done. Oh, and I did metallic quilting with, metallic thread in the bobbin too.
With Sharon Schamber, award winner. Every year she wins an award, and this is just one more spectacular quilt.
Oh, thank you.
Tell me about it.
It's called Crimson Promises, and I think it's the best thing I've ever done. It is. It's red's my favorite color, and gold, the combination.
Yeah.
And it's just a quilt for me. It is.
Well, good for you, making a quilt for yourself.
Yeah. Well.
And we all love sharing it too.
始めてから4年半かかってますから、もうこの賞がすごく嬉しくて。
It took her 4.5 years to make this masterpiece, so she's very, very happy that she won this award.
嬉しいです。
You should be very happy for 4.5 years, and it's spectacular. Here I am with Gail Thomas, another stunning quilt. Gail, tell me about your quilt.
This is a story quilt about Cynthia Lee Parker, and in 1836 she was kidnapped at the age of 9 by the Comanche, and then they adopted her, and then she lived with them for 25 years. So this is her looking over the valley as an Aborigine, looking at her husband, hunting, and her horses across the river. She's going to go bathe in the river, and this is her firstborn, who was the greatest Comanche chief. All around the outside is tradition, because she came from Scottish-Irish descent, so it's the contrast of cultures.
It sure is. I'm here with Maria Elkins, and you know, another spectacular quilt. I'm a huge fan of your work, and this is gorgeous.
Thank you.
Is it anybody in particular?
It is. It's a friend of ours. Her name is Stephanie. She grew up with our daughters, so I've known her since she was in first grade.
It's absolutely beautiful. How did you do it?
It is hand-painted with the Sukaneko inks, and then quilted within an inch of its life.
Yes, it is, and it's beautiful quilting.
Thank you.
Congratulations.
This is my quilt called Swanning East, and it's a painted surface quilt that tells the story of the black swans of Australia. They're native to the western side of Australia. A lot of them are migrating across to the east. I think they're coming on holidays, I'm not sure. We don't mind because they're beautiful, but they're coming across. This is all hand painted and appliqued, and lots of couching on the swans and bobbin work as well.
Here is Joanne Baith, another of the award-winning quilters, and this quilt is absolutely stunning. How long did this take you to do?
This quilt actually took well over a year. I had a few design problems, and I couldn't get the cattails quite right, so I'd rip them off and run out and look at some new ones and come back and put some new ones on.
Yeah.
But it took a while to get it just right.
And it is very heavily quilted.
Very heavily quilted.
But you don't see the quilting as much as you see the beautiful piece of art. It's like a painting. It's just stunning.
And that's my goal.
That is your goal.
That is my goal.
Achieved. And
Thank
congratulations.
You. Thank you.
It's just absolutely beautiful.
Thank you.
I'm Jude Edling from Blue Earth, Minnesota. The name of my quilt is The World Moves on a Woman's Hips.
I love it. Yeah. Oh, you take lessons.
I teach.
Oh, that's good. Thanks for sharing.
Oh, thank you so much.
And Megan, your quilt is stunning.
Thank you.
And you were telling me this is your first trip to Houston for the quilt show?
This is my first trip to festival. Yes, this is my first year entering festival, and I was so excited when I got the call in September, and part of my award was travel and hotel. So that was irresistible. So I made my first trip, and here I am, and it's bigger than I expected.
It is huge.
It's hard to convey. I've read so much about it, but to actually be here and to actually, you know, see
be a part of it?
Be a part of it and see the size of the hall and meet all the quilters from all over the world and just see all the quilts up close and in person for the first time. Amazing. It's really amazing.
I bet you'll be back.
I hope so.
And I bet you'll be back in front of another winning quilt. No pressure.
That would be a real honor. So
excellent.
That's my hope.
Thank you.
Thanks very much.
Well, that was too much fun. I hope you enjoyed it. And I do hope you'll come back to see me next month to see what I have for you then. Thanks for being with me.